Hello everybody, Joey1X, and welcome to Joe's Gaming Wall. Well, it's a gaming wall because there's games on the wall. You know? Um, let's see here. Okay. Geez, I'm trying to think of the best approach. This is my retro gaming collection. The retro gaming collection was larger at some point and definitely smaller at some point. Um, so I guess I'll try to a little bit of a backstory. So I grew up and I got the Nintendo NES. I had a couple of games, Mario Brothers, Tetris, random stuff, and I would play. And then Sega Genesis came out. And Sega Genesis came out, and I got really into that because I got older and I got a little bit more into the games. And I actually would ask for certain games. Then I got into the Game Boy because it was portable. Then I got into the Game Boy Advanced because that was also portable and had a better shelf life. And then I took a break because I was growing up and I got into PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. And I got into PlayStation 3 really hard. Like, OMG hard. I got the Call of Duties, Grand Theft Autos, and that's when I kind of like hit a gaming wall, bought a house, got kids, got married, okay? Um, and that was that. I will give a little bit of credit where credit's due. So I had this wall was not here for a while. I had the PlayStation set up right down there. You can see the PlayStation 3 is set up, and with that and with this TV that's down here. Regular LCD Panasonic, whatever the dimensions are. It's called a Vista. It's in the upper left-hand corner, right here. Vista, Viesa, Viesa, Vista. Okay. So with that being said, I got into the PlayStation 3. This is a backwards compatibility. Um, Below it is surround sound, and below it is a VCR. So I got really crazy. I got Grand Theft Autos. Because it's backwards compatible, it could play all of these games. And what you see there is play Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Anything after that is just fun. But I really got into that. So again, going back to where the credit was due, I have a buddy named Tom, and he got into retro gaming before me, and we ended up talking at some point. And he turned around, and was like, "Hey, it's it's retro gaming. What's retro gaming? Well, Nintendo, Game Boys and televisions, Sega Saturns, whatever. Why is it, anything 25 years or older?" Is considered retro gaming, and now the retro gaming terminology is almost like if they don't make it anymore, it's considered a retro game. Now these are retro games. So uh, he told me what I told him what I had. I told him what I had in a box. I told him what I had loose, and then he showed me some websites, some Facebook groups. There's something called PriceCharting.com where you could type in anything you have. It lets you figure out how much it is. It compiles eBay data. I don't know how accurate it is, and as when I mean accurate, I don't know, like, is it daily, is it hourly? And that gets compiled. So that was, 4 years ago, maybe, let's just say. This is July. No, I'm sorry, we're August of 2022. Retro gaming, I went to the convention in 2018, 2019, and then COVID, so 3, 4, 5. So probably like the sixth year into the fifth year, so like 17 into 18. My buddy Tom was like, "Hey, do you got Zelda? Hey, do you got Street Fighter? Hey," and I had them all loose, and I only had a handful of stuff from Sega from when I was a child. I actually had that Sega in the middle. I had on the left. I had Desert Strike, F-22, Jungle Strike, Paperboy, Road Rash, Sonic. I grew up with Sonic because Sonic came with the console, and that was it. So if I do remember, I will put a picture. I started collecting Intellivision. Intellivision is right here on the bottom. That is just what I have left. Yes, I like Burger Time. Intellivision is right there. It's going to be those three consoles. The middle one, the very top one was the first Telegame Sears version Intellivision. And then the bottom one is an Intellivision that you would normally see. And then the one below that is the Intellivision 2. Behind that is a boxed IntelliVoice. The IntelliVoice works with games with tan boxes like that B-17 bomber. And if you know anything about that, it talks to you and it says B-17 bomber. It's all computer generated. So then I got into it and I collected almost an entire Intellivision set. I think it was 174 games. I had like 170 or 169. Again, if I review this video, I will try to put some pictures in there. I will pause for effect during the editing process. So then I eventually sold the Intellivision. It was getting really out of hand. I had a child, and you know, with the incomes and the children, it's hard to collect. So, if you enjoy that, then that's a great backstory. And this is where we are now. This is the collection that I have collected because of games I've played, games that are nostalgic to me, games that have cool box art, and then just the Burger Time genre. That backstory goes to when I was a child. My grandmother had an Intellivision on a TV cart, and she had a regular CRT TV, and we would play Burger Time together. And that's what started, you know, that Burger Time. She's since passed away, and the Intellivision is gone. And when I got older, I purchased the Burger Time and the Intellivision and played it for a while, and then, like I said, my buddy Tom introduced me into the retro gaming world, and this is what you see left as part of whatever. So, that's that. Let's see if I could get right into it here. Let's see. So, backstory, we'll try to go in order. Please excuse the children toys, because that's what I have, children. So, down below is a Nintendo NES. That is my original Nintendo NES. Yes, I have the two controllers. I have the gray gun. I have the joysticks. There's other stuff down here in these two things that go along with that. Okay, those games are up top. That's what that is with, Nintendo. Okay. Second, we have the Game Boy. My original Game Boy is behind that in the box. See that gray thing that fell? That is not my original box, but that is something that I have found over the years, and it is complete. Again, I will make other videos. This is an introduction into my retro gaming wall, because I don't have a room for the gaming wall, so this is something that I'm allowed to kind of like take, because if you look at it, it's like an alcove, so it's kind of out of the way. So then I got Nintendo. Okay, like I said. Then I got Game Boy. I have all the Game Boy stuff that goes in along with that. That came with something around Christmas time. The Game Boy thing, the handheld thing. And then to the right, this is Game Boys. The black, red, yellow, white, clear, and green are called Game Boys Play It Loud series. You could Google that. I'm missing the blue one. The blue one is European. The one in the middle is white. That is also European. And they all came in a clear box like you see on the left with the red one. And right below that flat is kind of like the corresponding SPs. Black, red, blue. The blue right here is actually my original one. Right in the middle. Okay, these are Game Boys, and these are Game Boys SP, and that's a Game Boy Pocket that looks like one of those regular Game Boys. I had the blue one. This is called a Game Boy Advance SP. Okay, so that's Game Boy. The Game Boys on top are, I think, called Game Boy Original DMGs, I think, and they take 4 AA batteries. They come with headsets, contrast, volume, and everything else. These are the Game Boy games that I have currently in my collection, not including Game Boy Advance and stuff. I have collected Game Boy. I have a lot of games that have no boxes and manuals. And then as I'm getting older, I'm noticing that I'm trying to fill the game. So I had Batman like loose and playable, and then I found it, on eBay. I got into Burger Time, Double Dragon, like these, again, F1 race is a complete 4-way race IndyCar type of game, and it's all complete. So that's that. I'm trying to just talk real quick. I want to run through it, and I could also make another video. So in television, like I spoke about, I did not have this as a child. I purchased this as later on, 2015 and up. I got into the television games. I got into Burger Time. Please, if you don't know what Burger Time is, stop what you're doing and Google it. It's very popular. It's very addicting. It's basically Mr. Pepper trying to collect and make burgers that drop down, and there's a bunch of pickles and other things that have to bite you. You could see the game stuff here. Mr. Pickle Hamburger. There's a better Nintendo version there. There's a Switch version. Okay, so let's get right to it. So after I collected, after Game Boy, I got into Sega. Right? That's a Sega Gen 2, the small one. The top one, I think, is a Gen 1. And that's a Sega Master System. I never owned a Sega Master System. I acquired it, however reason, through my buddy Tom. Because why not just have the stuff? And these are on display, and everything actually functions. And like I said, all the components and everything are down below and out of the way. So Sega goes back up to here. These are the Sega games that I currently own. Some are $5, some are $150. Like I told you, Clue, Desert Strike, F-22. A lot of this stuff I grew up with. But this video is basically reiterating how I collected the box, game, and manuals. These are all complete. Every single one of these games on my shelf has a box, a manual, and a game inside. So after the Sega Genesis ran its course, I got into the PlayStation 1. That is my original PlayStation 1 with 2 memory sticks. The left one is the PlayStation, the right one is a baseball. Above it, I think it's called a PlayStation Mini. Correct me if I'm wrong. That I got as a bundle with one of the local game stores because I thought it was just cool to have. These are the games that I acquired over the years that were pretty cool. Driver's cool, ATV. Drivers actually has a following. You could Google that stuff. It's actually, I don't know if it's expensive, but it's definitely a following. these games. Medal of Honor kind of started. Siphon Filters on the bottom. That all kind of started the first-person shooter game. After PlayStation, I had PlayStation 2. My PlayStation 2 is... Oh, I'm sorry. It is. I thought it was not displayed. I am so sorry. It's right there on the bottom. Exactly the way it was when I left it. The memory card is on the left. And there's a brick right there. That is actually a wireless controller because it came with a remote. Because then what they decided to do is now try to incorporate the fact that you could watch a movie. And you could also play a CD from the PlayStation 2. I don't know if you could do PlayStation 1. Again, this is just a quick video. I don't know the demographics and the technology. I know that PlayStation 2, you could put in a CD or a movie, not a Blu-ray. And these are the collections that over the time, I collected. Every single thing has a manual and the game. And again, now you could see the first-person shooter started. Medal of Honor, pretty much all of them. The bottom has Mercenaries, Max Payne, Kill Switch, Killzone. These are all first-person shooter games. Everything else was just fluff at the time. And then we get into PlayStation 3. This is backwards compatible. The reason you could tell is the first 4 USB ports. That is for my wireless headset. Okay? If it has 2, it's not backwards compatible. If it has 4, it is. I think it's considered an 80 gig. I don't know. And that was the last console that I have ever purchased. I didn't get a 4, and I don't have a 5. I never got into Xboxes, and I never got into anything else. I had PC games back when, but I don't have them now. So, looking at the wall, I will grace you with the presence of the wall, because that's a lot of people like that. So, let's start with the top. This is a regular random Nintendo hat that I found. And there is your Nintendo Classic. 30-in-1 games. Why not have that unopened? There is a Burger Time that is graded by Wata, W-A-T-A. We won't talk about grading. There is a Switch Burger Time game graded by another company that I don't remember. And this is all psychically. This is all OCD. This is in alphabetical order. These are the Nintendo games. Back to the Future. Anything that's a movie, I really never played. I just got it for the concept of owning it because it was a movie. You got your Beetlejuice, NASCAR as a regular game. You got your 3 Burger Times. Why is there 3? Because they come in variants. Variants is another video. Variants could be that the seal is round, the seal is orange. Okay? You get your cliffhanger. And we just go in alphabetical order, okay? At any time, you could hit pause and shut me up. And some games are very good. Some games are very bad. And some games are very expensive. Why? Because the gaming world is getting out of hand. Okay, here we go. Some of the boxes on the bottom, that gray box, dead center, but all the way on the bottom is called Mario Duck Hunt Track Meet. They never produced the box because they came with the game. So you could go on eBay and other people are making things like that, which is great because now everything has a box. The Goonies is not a game. The Goonies 2 is a game. So Goonies 1, somebody made, put it on eBay, however much it was at the time, came with a box, but it plays Goonies 2, but it makes it it makes the PAL Goonies. Goonies, that's Nintendo. Goonies was for the Sega Master System, or going backwards. What was before Goonies 1? Famicom. Super Famicom was I think the original Goonies. Okay, there's a top loader, complete in box. That was purchased later. While I was here, that's exactly what you see there. Has everything you see in that picture and more. Awesome invention. You don't have to it just works. Some nostalgic stuff, some brand new stuff. Obviously, if you guys remember, this thing came out like 3 years ago. This is a Nintendo. I bought 3 of them, $60 a pop. If you guys remember FuncoLand, these are the boxes that the games came in. We'll go straight down. I bought these things because there's Burger Time on the lens. If you notice that there's Burger Time on both lenses, and they pretty much come with. I have not opened them. Okay, so moving to the left, this is the Sega Master System. I don't have a lot. I like the Paperboy box art sideways. Alf is, I'm missing a manual. It's expensive. And everything else, you notice how Double Dragon, Paperboy, stuff like that has continued through the genres. We're moving right along. This is Burger Time Aquarius. Again, and there's also trinkets. You'll see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You see Ronald McDonald. Those are Legos. This is a gaming wall. It's just, it's retro. It doesn't have to necessarily be just about games. Aquarius is a system. Yes, that's sealed. That's a sealed Burger Time game. Behind it is the Sega Mini that came out, sealed, never played. And again, here's the Sega collection. Sega. Okay, Zero Tolerance, Urban Strike. That's stuff I had from when I was a child when Sega came out. So a lot of this stuff actually has been put away, boxed up, and then revisited as I was getting into retro gaming. Game Genie, because of that. There's a Japanese Burger Time from Famicom right there. Here's my Game Boy collection, my Game Boy Advance collection, and my Game Boy Color collection. Here's a Burger Time Nintendo that was graded 9.4. And then here's a Game Boy version of Burger Time in Japanese, which is, we'll get to another one. If you scroll down, Pac-Man was just from Walmart. I was supposed to open it. I never did. Texas Computer Instruments, for all you computer guys out there, they made a Burger Time, and that is sealed. That has never been opened and or played with. Let's get back into the Game Boys. Like I said, there was a Game Boy Play It Louds. The original one was gray, which is down in the beginning of the video. Down here in the corner is a Japanese version of Super Nintendo. Again, nostalgia, stuff you run across, stuff that's not thousands of dollars, And here's the Intellivision collection that I ended up leaving myself with. The Burger Times, after Bump and Jump, are from France and Europe. They're not in English. That's why they look different. Below it, that's a variant. That's a second variant. The boxes are smaller. And yes, those boxes are factory sealed. The last two are the bottom are gatefold. Gatefold is exactly what it means. It opens up like a gate, like this. It opens up like this, like this, like a gate. And then the top four, the top sealed. Then after the top one is sealed, those three are open. And then the purple boxes are another variant that when Intellivision was losing its luster, it started, going into like the hard times, and then eventually Intellivision stopped. Space Armada is actually Space Invaders, but Space Armada is a different name. That's the game that goes bum, 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 bum. Please look it up. We're already into 23 minutes, and I wanted to just talk about this. As we get into the gaming portion, we have some handhelds. Again, nothing crazy. We have some cups. I'm not using them because this is my game wall. Burger Time made a little bit of friggin' handheld right there in the bottom left. Why? It's not a gaming wall without a Rubik's Cube that takes no electronics. And then there's Mario, Lego. And then here's not the prize possession, but here's a possession that I got on eBay. That is not sealed, but there was 6 Burger Times in there. Me and my buddy split it 3 and 3. And they were these secondary versions, the purple box versions. Those were sealed. So there's 3 in there sealed. And I found another one sealed, and that's what this one is. So technically, if I broke that, I would have 4. My goal, which is kind of odd, is to find 2 more within budget and put them back in this box so this box becomes complete. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, that's not the original 6. No one would ever know because all the games are exactly the same. And then we scroll to the right, some tchotchkes. Burger Time, of course, was made by the ColecoVision. Burger Time was made by Intellivision. Burger Time was made by Atari 2600. It's just a name brand. Space Invaders, that came out of nowhere. It was a secondary purchase because I purchased a Burger Time and it was pennies on the dollar. It was like, I think the guy was like, oh, just give me $5. And I also like Space Invaders. Space Invaders, Burger Time, and, that other game, Asteroids. Those are the three basic games that I grew up with. My next door neighbor actually had a Asteroids arcade cabinet, like original in like 92 when I was like around that age of learning games. And he has since moved and the cabinet obviously is gone. Here is a flashback system, never played. It's not sealed because I don't think it is, but it's never been played. Zelda came out with their own game, color screen. I did that. And then let's go back. Here's a little tchotchke here. This is Robot with red arms. They make ones with black arms. Behind it is a fire stick that has nothing to do with the games. Here's a bag. I went into Manhattan with my buddy. I purchased something and they give you a bag. Again, here's, again, at a store. Uno Super Mario cards, $3.99, not opened. Here's the two ColecoVisions, Here's the two Atari 2600s. The left one I purchased sealed from eBay, and the right one I found sealed on eBay. And as long as they're sealed and they're in my price range, I kind of go for it. I'm looking for another one of these sealed. This is not sealed. I would only purchase one of those sealed, but the Adams ColecoVision, it's like a couple $100, so it's like, ugh, but I haven't seen one, nor do I look every day. And then right behind it is a Nintendo Flashback gaming console. Again, one of these Target, Walmart things, $45, 3 years ago. It plays all the 60, it says 60 games. So that's about all I'm willing to talk to you about, because it's been 27 minutes, and thank you very much if you have stayed. I'm going to just cut this. Anything you want me to talk about, anything you want to see, any videos, please. I probably won't play anything for you because I might get copyrighted. But if you want me to open something, if you want me to just talk about something, I might just talk about Nintendo, Sega, and television and make 3 other installments. But I did want to show you my gaming wall. And please, thank you very much. Hit like, hit subscribe. Any comments or concerns? And that's it. This right here, I'm sorry, is a handheld regular camera case, and it has some extra Game Boy stuff in it that if you wanted to go on vacation, you don't have to worry about breaking it. I think I touched upon everything. There's no reason to look in the glass and everything. The controllers are what they are. The power supplies are what they are. And I think that's it. I tried not sitting in front of the TV. Hello. This way it would be a more professional video. So I think everything in this video was spoken about. If you have your own comments, concerns, hey, I'm here. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next gaming video. Take it easy.